Hello everyone, I'm Isaac. I'm a price action trader following Al Brooks, and I'd like to do a review today of the S&P Futures. So today is December 29th, 2025. So I'll start with the disclaimers. First of all, I am not an expert. I'm actually making this live stream to get feedback from people who are more knowledgeable. And on top of that, I'd like to just give the disclaimer about trading futures, how it's risky, and um, you shouldn't invest funds that you cannot afford to completely lose. For more information, you can check the risk disclosure at the CBOE website. You can just search it online. Okay, so we're coming to the end of the year. And by the way, I'm not currently subscribed to the Al Brooks daily webinars. I am still going through the Brooks price action course. It's my second run through on it. I think I'm on section 14, which is about trends. So there may be things that I am still rusty on. I'm not too sure. I'm trying to find out, and I'd be happy to hear from people in the comments. Right now, I'm only sharing this with very close friends. So I doubt Brad or Rose or anyone else in the Brooks trading room would see this. But anyways, let's begin. So December 29th, that's this daily bar here on the daily RTH. And this here is the 5-minute RTH, meaning just 8:30 a.m. to 3:15 p.m. Chicago hours. So it doesn't include the after hours. Here we have a 15-minute chart that does include the after hours. And the first opening bar was here. It's this bull bar with this big candle wick. It was still going down. Overnight it was going down, and throughout the day it went down more. So this price action looked sideways to down. Now looking at the 5-minute RTH, it reminded me a lot of what happened on the Friday before. So big up, and big down, then big up. And today was more confirmation for me of my own theory that I hear Rose say failure of a failure is a swing. And in my experience, failure of a failure of a failure is a trading range. And I got that confirmation today. Again, as well as Friday. So one thing I noticed was that we gapped down, but that we also came up to close 50% of the gap. So you see there, we reached the 50%. So you see that's Friday's close. And then we got a little bit past 50% of that. Looked like we were going towards Friday's low. See, Friday's a doji here with a little bear body. We didn't quite get there. We had big up, big down, going below the low of bar 1. just bear bar after bear bar, then going below the low of bar 1. So that was already damaging the bull case. Then we started coming up again with multiple bull bars. And then we started to stall here. I think it was bulls just getting out. Maybe some bulls bought below bar 3 here, and they got caught in a trap, and they just wanted to get out. And it just went up once, then twice, kind of a double top, and then plunged back down. Back to this blue line here, which is the current day's open. So this is today's open. What does that say? 6951.5. And again, with my theory here of failure of a failure of a failure being a trading range, you see that as soon as we saw this big bear move, I just thought, okay, this is going to be more of a trading range, maybe sideways to down type of day. But what moves could we measure? So I thought, well, I wonder if there are any buy zones. So, going back to here, this would be about a 20-point move there. Going to here, and that was I believe Friday. No, Thursday was Christmas. Okay, anyways, well, actually, I can check right now. Friday, yeah, Thursday was Christmas. So Friday, so then Wednesday, Tuesday, the 23rd. This was Tuesday, the 23rd, and we see it here. And you can see here, this looks like kind of a buy zone. Actually, I think that is a buy zone. And also coincides with the high of the day before it. So that would have been, I believe, Monday? Yeah. Last week, Monday. So coming back here, I thought that'd be a good target. And on top of that, that is actually where these 4 bull bars stopped. Let's just say, yeah, 56 3/4. So 36 3/4. So that's a 20-point bear swing. And now, sure enough, we did reach that target. But before that, I thought, well, we're having lower highs, but we're having trouble getting lower lows. And as long as we don't pass any major higher lows, the bear case is strong. So, you know, we had this strong bear move down, going down to this area. Then a bull push up, but then got pushed down, so candle wick. Then we were going sideways here, kind of back and forth. And finally, around here, we made, we had the bar go up and then got pushed back down. Then a doji, and then doji, but made a new low. So I considered this a major lower high. Even though the move wasn't strong, it still made a new low for the day. So as long as it didn't go above that, I thought, okay, we'd be good and we could get our move. So, but it did seem a lot like a limit order market today. So, bulls came back up for a bit, came back around this area before coming back down, getting the move. And during the live session today, the bar formed very quickly. Like it very quickly shot down before going sideways a bit and then going back up. So we got the move, and that was it. We went back up. Now, let's just say, just want to calculate this properly. Okay. So around 50% was there of the 20-point swing. And so we pulled back to around there, and that was a good place to sell to get what's left of the move. Oh, excuse me. And then as soon as we got the move, we started shooting back upwards past this major higher low, which damaged the bear case and even got past these lower high and these lower highs here, which damaged the bear case. Now, I will admit that I did suspect, I had an idea that it would also go down 10 points lower than this for a 30-point swing. Now, of course, that didn't happen. Why did I think of that? I believe it was because of, might have been because of the channel. If I can draw it. And if I can't draw it, then it means the idea I had just didn't make sense. But so it was either that or it was, I believe, this. And yeah, let me just crunch that. And I thought it might go to around 27, which coincided with, where's 27 here? Around here. So I would think of that as a buy zone as well. But we never got there. So this was invalidated. I'm not even sure if that was even a good target to have. But excuse me, for this channel here, we dipped below it, and that made me think that, you know, if we're going to come back up after that, then usually it means we will go the other way, because this is a failed breakout of a channel, which means going the other way, we will break out the other way, in my experience. And with a big move like this, okay, let me just grab this here. I thought could be L1 equals L2. Or it could be going back to these levels here. Going back to this close of bar 2. But look at that. We did get around L1 equals L2. So that was the bull move there. Excuse me. So, now this is where I started to see possible stop orders. Now keeping in mind we got a wedge here, maybe even a nested wedge, right? Wedge 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. You know, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we had a nested wedge here. So, strengthen the case for the bulls bringing this back up. The current day is open. Had a pullback, which was several bear bars, but then this is several, excuse me, several bear bars coming after several bull bars, even if they had some bear bars in between them. So, and on top of that, the bulls were able to go above previous highs, right? So, what would be a good stop order? I would say after this strong bull bar for a possible second leg up, that's bar 59, then a confirmation bar 60. Yeah, I would buy above that. I think that's reasonable. And yeah, we got the move. And what would be the measured move on that if we were counting just these bars here? So 100% is that. 2R, 3R. Okay. Now, on the daily chart, what you'll notice is the daily bar went down, touched the high of Friday, Wednesday. So Monday's high, then bounced back up. and for end of day, when the big institutions come in and start fighting it out, what I noticed was they started to fight each other over, if you look here, on yesterday's, you see the lines for the prior day's open, high, low, and close. So this would be, this bar here is Wednesday. So Wednesday's open, Wednesday's low. So around here is where the bears were trying to get below this. We're trying to get below Wednesday's, close below Wednesday's low, or at least below Wednesday's open. The bulls were trying to get past there. They failed at it. The bears carried this back down with this big bear bar 77, and then 78 they touched with today's open, right? Trying to influence the outcome, like the last look of the daily bar, if it would have a bull body or a bear body. But the bulls successfully countered, brought this back up, and we closed above. Today's open, and you can see the end result of that here. It's a doji, but with a bull body, right? So that damages the bear case and strengthens the bull case. Excuse me. And yeah, so that's what I think happened today. So just to recap, I thought big up, big down, big up, big down. So failure of a failure of a failure. So trading range, sideways to down. Had a 20-point move by the bears starting from 56 and 3/4 and going to 36 and 3/4. We just got there. Went 2 ticks through it, then quickly bounced back up and got an L1 equals L2 for the bulls. And then the institutional traders fought over closing below Wednesday's the Wednesday daily bar, but still closing above today's open for a finish of a doji with a small bull body. And where do I think we go tomorrow? Because I think the market is open tomorrow, the 30th. I think it's just sideways. It's really hard to tell for me right now. I mean, I see big down, big up. And it also depends on the gap. Like if we get a gap and how big the gap is. But other than that, I think I just foresee more sideways action, to be honest. So yeah. Nothing else really for me to say. If there is anything else, maybe I'll do a second recording. Sorry for all the coughing. Winter sucks. So other than that, again, I'm just looking for feedback from people. If I had any wrong ideas, please let me know. If I had any right ideas, please let me know. Please let me know like what I can improve in my analysis. As for trade management, obviously, maybe we can talk about that, but that's usually a personal thing. But I'd be happy to talk about that with anyone who's willing to talk about that. So I will end it for now. And please leave a comment.